Good afternoon, Facebook family and friends and YouTube channel. Hope everybody's having a great day. This is Brenda Johnson, Canvas Tag, known as Blackie and retired school principal. I hope everyone out there is doing good today, because I know I am. I woke up this morning truly blessed. Okay, so today we're going to make some chicken and dumplings. Ooh, I'm losing my pants. So everyone was wanting to know how I do my chicken and dumplings. Now, I keep telling y'all, I've done this before. Now, I was going to do the egg rolls, but with the weather change, it kicked back to chicken and dumplings. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you have a pot of water. Now, when you're cooking chicken and dumplings, this is where people go wrong. The first thing is, they don't understand how the heat works, and that is why they're not successful. I have hold on. This is hot cocoa because of my throat. So the first thing you're gonna need is some Jum biscuits. They can't be the flaky. It doesn't have to be buttermilk. They don't have to be the jumbos, but they just can't be flaky. Home style. It'll say flaky. Don't get those. Flaky don't work as well. Okay? I'm going to put these in the refrigerator because this is at the end that we do these. We do this at the end. Okay. So the next thing you're going to need is some, this is a real simple recipe, real simple. You're going to need some green onion. You're going to need 3 breasts, cleaned. You know what that means, washed off, cleaned. And you're gonna need some pepper, salt, and garlic. I add some of this. You don't need it. I just add it because I'm used to it. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is we're gonna talk about how to be successful. Because my daughter made chicken and dumplings the other day. And she was like, I'm having a hard time every time I make them. So we actually did it together over the phone. And she actually bought me some. And hers came out really good. This is what she did. Now, the difference between mine and hers is she put carrots in hers. I don't. Real good. Huh? So, that was real good. She did good. I'm so proud of her. So, when I was talking to her, she was telling me how she did her chicken and dumpling. Wow, those are good. Those were good. And so let's get over the myths. The first myth is they have to be in a crock pot. No. Back when chicken and dumplings came famous, they weren't cooked in a crock pot. Chicken and dumplings, if you look at the history of them, they were done because if you had like a bunch of kids and you needed to feed them something that was cold and they needed a hearty meal, that was the most easy. Take that flour, throw it in there. You know, this is during winter time. You're not gonna go out in that snow, and you had a meal that would last at least 3 to 4 days without going bad. Okay? Now, here's the problem with chicken and dumplings. The first problem with making chicken and dumplings is we're gonna make them the easy way, like I showed y'all earlier. So, back in those days, when they started making chicken and dumplings, they didn't have canned biscuits. But if you look at the ingredients of chicken and dumplings, it's the same. The dumplings are the same as the biscuits. Same. Okay? There also, another recipe for chicken and dumplings is called, it's the Hispanic culture. And what they do is they take tortillas and they turn and they drop them in the hot water, and that makes the dumplings, the tortilla. You know, I promise you, if you've never done it, you should do it. They come out almost the same, okay? The biscuit is a little bit more fluffier, okay? So we don't need to make this part. This is the hard part right here. This is what everybody has a hard time with. So I'm going to go over it. These, and I'm going to tell you the do's and don'ts as I go through this. My first problem is, okay, you put some water in a pot. Hey there, you put some water in a pot, okay? And you bring it up to a boil. I have this big pot because I have these 3 big chicken breasts in front of me. They're huge, okay? You could use whatever you want. I think chicken breast works best for chicken and dumplings because the chicken has more meat on it. And it really, if you don't like white meat, it's not going to be dry because it's going to be boiled anyway. So it works better, okay? Now, the number one problem I see when people make chicken and dumplings is, one, is the water doesn't get hot enough when they're throwing the dumplings in. 2, they put the dumplings in at the wrong time. Those are the 2 major things that goes wrong. Or when they put the dumplings in, the water's not boiling. When you put the dumplings in the pot, the biscuits, the water must be boiling. Okay? But that's way later when you do that. Way later. So I'm going to go over it with you. This is easy. Take some pepper. And there's going to be 2 parts of this video because, and I was going to do it all at once, but then I just thought, well, if I'm going to show you, I have to show you right. Now, you don't need this. This is just what I use, but you don't need it. Most of the time I just use salt and pepper sometimes. Okay, there's your chicken. You're going to turn it over. And I have foil because I don't want that chicken on my cabinet. Okay? Salt and pepper. Ooh, I'm going to sneeze. That's garlic. Lots of garlic. Don't be scared of garlic. And then we're going to put, I'll try this. Sneeze. That pepper got me. Some pepper. I love pepper, y'all. Y'all know I love my pepper. And then we're going to do some salt. Okay? Now, when I told someone the other day, let me watch this. When I told someone the other day, I said to do this. What I just did, right? Salt it, pepper it. You know what they did? They took the chicken, they put it in here, and they added the water, and they salt and peppered the water. That is not what you want to do, okay? Put it on the meat. Then you take the meat, and yes, some of it's going to come off. You're absolutely right. But that's going to go to the bottom, and most of it is still on it. So you're going to take this, straight to the bottom. And you're going to take this, straight to the bottom. Now, I have this on high right now. I have all my seasonings right here. And this foil. This all away. Okay? Wash my hand. Now, man, I got a mess over there. You gotta keep the house clean. Okay, so now, oh, hold on, y'all. Okay, so now what we do is we gotta put the onions. So we're gonna take our onions and we're gonna cut. The way I do it is I line them up like this on the board. The chicken's on high, it's boiling high. These are here, and I just go like this. And I'm gonna cut off some of these things here. Put them there. And we're gonna cut these down. Make sure you wash them. People do. I can still hear crunch. Can y'all hear that crunch? I cut till I don't hear crunch no more. Still hear it. Still hear it. There we go. I can tell you. There we go. Okay? Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in our pot. Hey, Stephanie. We're doing chicken and dumplings. We're going to put this in our pot. Okay? Now, then what we're going to do is we're going to take, hold on. We're going to take our top and we're going to place it halfway over our pot, but leave some opening. Okay? That's what you do next. Now, we're going to let this boil for, I'm not in a hurry, because we're probably not going to eat till after 7. So I'm going to let this boil. But here's the secret. So here's where we come into the problem. Let me show y'all where we come into the problem. Here's the problem. You only have so much water in this pot. And this is why it's hard to cook chicken and dumplings. You only have so much water in this pot, right? So if it's cooking and your water gets this low, you're not making any dumplings. Those dumplings are going to go to the bottom of the pot and stick. That's one problem. The biscuits. We're doing it with the biscuits. Okay? You don't even have to put flour. All you do is open this can of biscuit chicken when the chicken is done. No time soon are you going to open this. I had someone the other day who did what I just did, have the chicken, put everything in, it started boiling, chicken wasn't done yet, and they put in the biscuits. You can't do that. This is a very last step. This is just before you, about 45 minutes before you're ready to eat, is when you want to put these in there. Okay? So, here's the problem. It's kind of like, and this is where I learned, when my daughter made them, we talked about it, because I was on the phone with her when she did it. She just made it to, she's in Oklahoma. She left this morning at 6 from my house, her and my grandson at 6 this morning. And so they made it to Oklahoma. She's stationed in Oklahoma. Well, when she was here, she was at her friend's house, and they were making chicken and dumplings. And I coached them over the phone how to do it. And she followed every single thing I told her. And she's like, that's the first time they ever really came out. They were good, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Everybody's talking about those chicken and dumplings. She came with a big old thing, and her sister took them. But anyway, if you let this water boil down, let's say you forget and you come, the water's, it's over. It ain't going to happen. Okay? The chicken and dumplings must be at least about right here in this pot to make chicken and dumplings. So let this cook slowly. So I'm going to let this go. And it's almost getting, and I'll let y'all see it in a minute. It's getting there. Okay? So that's the first problem. There's not enough water left when you're ready to do your dumplings. You didn't let all the water go. Now, with that said, let's say you're thinking, oh, my water's too low. You can get away with adding 2 cups of water. Okay? Any more water than that, it's over. Those dumplings are not going to come out because the water consistency with the boilness and the chicken and everything in that water, it's not going to be seasoned. You're not going to have any dumpling. It's going to be a big mess in your pot. Okay? So you might get away with no more than 2 cups of water adding to this. If you forget and your water got too low, just add 2 cups of water, re-season. You're good to go. Do not try to make biscuits with water this low. You need about right here. And that's a lot of water to cook that chicken. So I have this on high. I actually have it on 8. And I'm going to cook this for about, it's 3:07. So about 15 minutes, I'm going to come over here and turn this to, on my stove, to medium. And I'm just going to let it cook. And every about 35 minutes, I'm going to come check my water level. Okay? Once I see the chicken's getting done, I'm going to come all the way down to level 4 on my stove. 4 is, so it's low, sim, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. Once this is done, the chicken, the broth, everything's done now. Okay, we're to that step. This is where people lose it again. They will take their top off and they will start dropping their biscuits. No, you can't do that. You must come in here, pick up your chicken, your 3 breasts, put them on a plate, because you can keep that juice and put that juice back in there. Put your chickens on a plate. Debone your chicken, okay? As you're deboning that chicken, and here's the #1 problem why people can't make chicken and dumplings. And I made many videos, and people say, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that. This is what y'all didn't catch. I just talked to some of y'all this morning. So I'm going to make sure you catch it this time. Before you put your dumplings and tear them up and drop them in, this pot, the temperature has to be brought back up to boiling. If I drop these in here and this ain't boiling, it's not going to happen. Okay? Another thing, people say, well, I started with 2 cans and I had 2 more left, and as I'm putting them in there, there's no more room. It's okay. Just keep dropping them away from when you drop the biscuits in. Here's the thing. Here's the pot. You drop 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And then go to the next. Move over a little. Here, 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 here. Move over a little. Here, 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 till you get to the middle. Then just starts, because by the time you drop, let me show y'all. The teacher's always going to be in me. So this is inside the pot. So when I drop 1 here, 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 1 here. These are cooking, floating. My next drop, here, 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 here. My next drop, here, 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 here. My next drop, I start putting them in the middle. And I drop a bunch in that middle because they go right down to the bottom. I just start dropping them. Dumplings are going to hit the bottom and float back up. They're going to hold as long as that pot is boiling. So then you still have some dough left. You start it over again. And it's okay if there's dumplings sitting there. Just drop them. Just drop them. Drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. It's boiling. Once you got it boiling, it should already been boiling before you drop those in there. Now you turn it down to medium. And you stand here with a nice spoon, big, and about every 15 minutes, you want to walk over and just barely put this straight down the middle and move it around. You're just making sure they're not sticking on the bottom, and they shouldn't be, but you're just making sure. And then you just put it on medium. Once you see that they're calmed down and they're all laying in the pot, then you turn it down to low, and you just let them simmer and cook. That's it. And you will have the best biscuits. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do this part of the video first. And later on today, when this all gets ready and I get ready to finish this, I'll do the second part and I'll actually walk through it. I'm hoping. I'll walk through it for y'all. Sometimes I forget. I'm getting so hungry I just forget. But I'll walk through it. Okay? The main thing you need to remember is you cannot put those biscuits in this. Main thing, take the chicken out, debone it, and that's why I do breasts. It's so easy to debone breasts. Because most of the time, if you did this right, if you did this part right, when you pull that chicken out, some of it's going to fall in the pot. That's okay. It's just done. It's going to fall off the bone. That's okay. You just want to get the part out with the bone, take the meat off the bone, and keep the chicken to the side. So the question is, when do I'm laughing because someone texted me right now, well, when do I put the chicken in? Thank you for reminding me that. So once the biscuits have calmed down, then you put your chicken on top. Just drop it in there. And leave it alone. You're good to go. It's on low. You're good to go. You'll know. And then everybody will kind of come over and they're going to say, how did you do this? People were telling my poor daughter, you did this? How did you do these? And it was like, no, these were done in a crock pot. They didn't believe her. They didn't believe she made them. But yeah, she did. So that is how you do it. Mine are coming. Let me show you how my pot. And I do a big pot because I just asked my daughter, she wants some. We'll eat chicken and dumplings for 3 days. Everything's just floating on there. So we have the onion, the green onion, we have the chicken breast, and we have the water. Now I'm gonna let this go down to about right here. That chicken should be done. All this water is gonna go out slow and it's gonna be done. I have this on high because I want it to start boiling. Once it starts boiling, I'm gonna turn this down to right here, to probably a 3. And I'm just gonna let it cook, because we're not gonna eat till 7 o'clock tonight. We're not in a hurry. Once it gets done, then I'm gonna take the top off, and I'm going to take the chicken out of the pot and put my biscuits in as I tear them and put them in for the dumplings. Okay, and that part I'll do, because I'm not gonna do it at 7. I'm gonna do that part as soon as it gets done. I'm gonna do that part, because what I do is, once my chicken is done and I'm ready, I like to cook mine for a long time. So once this starts boiling, I'm going to turn it down. I'm just going to turn it and just let that chicken cook. That's what I'm going to do. That chicken's just going to cook and cook and cook till it's almost off the bone. Oh, God, this smells so good. You can smell it, y'all. Now, another thing I found that people were having a problem with was if you use garlic cloves, you still need garlic salt or garlic powder. For some reason, the garlic cloves don't hold the garlic flavor in the chicken and dumplings. Okay, and I just want to make sure I tell y'all everything. Hey, y'all, look at my new microwave. I finally got my new microwave put in. The guy was so sweet. He really was. It was, to have it put in, I was going to put it in myself, but I've been feeling under the weather. To have it put in, it cost me I got it at Lowe's, and it cost $100. And because somebody was asking me, and I don't remember who it was, and I was going to call him and tell him, but I forgot who it was. It was $170 to put this microwave in. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. And then you have to learn to use it again. So that's how you do hey, Cynthia, that's how you do the chicken and dumpling. So it's cold tomorrow. You make some chicken and dumplings. And with mine, I eat cranberry sauce with mine. Everybody laughs because I like cranberry sauce with mine. Okay, this is boiling. It's boiling. Oh, God, that smells so good. I just got to keep an eye on it. I'm going to let it keep boiling just a little bit more. And then that's when I'm going to turn it down. When I do the biscuits, I will, and debone the chicken, I'll do it with y'all on camera so y'all can see how that's done. But that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this. And so I do have a class, but you'll see me, next time you see me, I'll probably be at class, but you'll know because I'll put chicken and dumplings. Okay, guys, this is real life of a retired school principal. It's crazy, huh? But you have fun. I'll see you guys later. Stay warm because it's going to be cold. Check you guys later.